Hi Scorpio, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for mid-April, so the energy could go through about, let's say, mid-May. So when I first did your reading, I actually had already done one. Something just didn't feel right. It was a little bit off, but when I was shuffling then, the cards that showed themselves were the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Cups, which makes my heart sing for you. Because I know the last couple readings that I did, if you haven't watched those, I'd say, jump back through my videos and take a watch. Go back as far as 3 weeks because we started out with quite a bit of frustration for you. And then last week, all of a sudden, I felt this sense of release, like things were starting to move. Sorry about the shaky phone. Things were starting to move in a better direction. And then to see those cards just made me light up because I really do feel like things are starting to move in the right direction. Now, the first reading that I did was basically saying they just wanted you to have the strength to move beyond the things that were so difficult before in those last couple of readings and know that you're going to get through it all. And I felt sort of like a change in residence if you had possibly had to move recently, and that's what was frustrating you so much, that things were going to turn out much, much better. And if you haven't already noticed that there's a difference in your energy this week, you're going to start noticing that. So we're going to go ahead and check into your recent past, your current energies, and then your near future. And whatever comes up, if it's work or love, we'll go ahead and pick up on those energies. If you haven't seen the next 10 days yet, you might want to check into that because that was just strictly love. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands, and then we have the Five of Wands in reverse. We have the Five of Cups in reverse and the Sun in reverse. And then we have the Ace of Cups in reverse and the Eight of Cups in reverse. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Sorry, I have to close a little tab really quickly. So this is kind of the same. The energy is still the same as the first reading I did for you. Right now, it's just kind of taking a step back from all of the things that have been happening for you and knowing that what you're working on is working. I actually feel like you're feeling much, much better. So you're coming into a place of feeling ready to love again. Right now, it may feel like, not so much because there was so much disappointment in the past, or whatever the situation is that you've had to move away from was disappointing emotionally, and you need some time to really get past that, work through that before you can move towards something beautiful and new. So in the recent past with the Knight of Wands and then the Five of Wands in reverse, this is, to me, wanting to run away from arguments and fighting and that frustration that we talked about and really moving quickly. It's like there's a fire under your ass. You're not going to be dealing with this anymore. The changes that you want and desire, you're going to make happen, and you're going to do it with a lot of force and determination, and whatever it takes to get beyond those difficult times, you're going to do it. So this feels kind of like the energy we were picking up, let's say, about a week and a half or 2 weeks ago. So in your current, you have the Five of Cups in reverse and the Sun in reverse. So this is recognizing the disappointments, the things that weren't making you happy, understanding what it's going to take. You've come to the place, I think, where you can see what's left behind instead of just focusing on the things that were lost, and knowing what it's going to take to find that happiness moving forward. We'll clarify so that we know exactly what it is that Spirit is trying to say. So here with the Ace of Cups in reverse, the Ace of Cups in reverse and the Eight of Cups is telling me that if you haven't walked away from this situation because you tried again and maybe it wasn't successful again, that you will be moving forward. No more time for things that don't feel balanced and or someone who can't give the same kind of love in a relationship that you do. You're very passionate, you love very deeply. You don't mess around when it comes to matters of the heart. So if somebody hurts you, you take it to heart. I mean, it's really wounds that are difficult to get beyond, right? And a lot of times, Scorpios, when you're done, you're done. Like, you don't turn back and give too many people second chances. So if you did in this situation, now you're walking away because you're finally fed up. It just feels like your energy has truly lightened up. So let's go ahead and get the clarifiers and see what they want to say about you moving away from all of this and moving away quickly, or having already done so in the recent past. What have we got for mid-April for Scorpio, please? This is for Scorpio, mid-April. So we have the Six of Wands in reverse, feeling frustrated. The Queen of Wands in reverse, not being able to speak up about what it is that you are thinking and feeling. And the Five of Pentacles. And let's see what we've got. We've got the Nine of Wands in reverse. So again, not wanting to continue to feed the arguments and the problems in the past. With the Six of Wands, this is feeling frustrated, like no matter what you said or did, you just couldn't win. That's a complete feeling of frustration. Like, no matter how hard you try, or no matter how much you tried to express yourself, it's like you just couldn't get through to this person. Like, they couldn't hear you. He's begging. It's like he's saying, please, you know, just hear what I have to say. And it just feels like this person's like almost deaf to anything that you were trying to explain or how you were trying to express yourself. And that's why I feel like you've decided you're going to move forward and put this behind you and say, I'm done. I'm done arguing. I'm done trying to prove myself to you or prove my love. I just feel like I'm not getting anywhere with this. So let's go ahead and clarify the Five of Cups in reverse and the Sun in reverse. I don't feel like you can't see the future for what it's going to be. I think you know that it's going to be a tough road getting over this difficult scenario. In the last reading, there was something about work and having some issues there. Maybe moving away from an old job and into a new position that was uncomfortable. Maybe there was a sense of imbalance and a sense of instability because we had the Four Wands in reverse in that reading. So I feel like if you've moved away from a job, it may have shaken your stability a little bit, and maybe you can't see just yet where that happiness is moving forward, but you're going to. All right, so let's get some clarifiers for this. We have the Death card, and the Death card came out twice in your last reading. The Three of Wands in reverse and the Nine of Swords in reverse. So this is good news. This is huge, major transformation. Just becoming a completely new person. Knowing that the old patterns, the old habits had to die off and go away. Maybe giving people so many chances and realizing that you can't continue to do that, that your happiness is too important. And then with the Three of Wands, it was like you couldn't see the path forward. But I believe you're starting to see it now. It's like that's where that lighter energy started to come in for me. And then the Nine of Swords in reverse, this is great. It's you're really moving away from the disappointments. Yes, you feel them. Yes, they're not easy to deal with. But this tells me that you're coming out of it instead of staying in it. And that with this transformation, you're going to start seeing what the possibilities are in the future. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify the Ace of Cups in reverse and then the Eight of Cups. I definitely feel like you're walking away from something that was not emotionally fulfilling. And maybe because you cared enough, you loved this person enough, you really wanted to give it another try. I just don't feel like the frustration is what I keep hearing. So the frustration is what finally pushed you over the edge, if you will. If you're going through a major spiritual transformation, you're going to realize that the universe came in and took this situation or job away from you on purpose, because for your growth, you needed to move forward and you needed to go through this. And those things that were in the past just weren't things that you could take with you. into the future. With everything moving so quickly now with the Aquarian energy, you're going to need to be free of anything that's burdening you, anything that's causing a lack of sleep, because you need your sleep. You need to be able to take naps when needed, or get some me time in, because again, you engage so much emotionally into the things that you're passionate about that you need to preserve that in order for you to keep going. So we have the Two of Swords in reverse to clarify the near future, which to me says that you really did have a hard decision. Now, with the Page of Wands, this tells me you might have a fire sign coming towards you, so Leo, Sag, or Aries. And then we have the Hangman, but it's going to come after a time of reflection, of really recognizing Six of Cups in reverse, where things were imbalanced in your life, whether you had a difficulty balancing work and relationship, or just weren't getting an equal give and take. Like, you could have been breadcrumbed in the past. In other words, this person wasn't giving you the love that you were giving into the relationship, and you now see that. You realize what wasn't making you happy, and no matter how hard you tried to get beyond the, the arguments, the fighting, the expressing yourself, now with that little bit of time out, it looks like somebody wants to come towards you and let you know that they find you attractive, that they've been watching you. There's something about you that's really intriguing to this person. And even if you're not quite ready yet, I'd say open up your heart if you can. If you've been out of the past situation long enough that you feel comfortable. If not, this person's going to be really super patient is what I'm feeling, and want to show you that things can be balanced in a relationship. So taking the time out is what's going to be important. Healing yourself is going to be important. And again, I keep being brought back to seeing the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Cups, because what's coming, even if you can't see it yet, is so incredibly beautiful. It's going to be so fulfilling. You've been through enough, and it's time. It's your time to have somebody come into your life that really knows who they are and sees you for who you are. Okay, so let's go ahead and get an outcome for you, and if there's any advice in that, and then we'll get some oracle cards as well. Whatever this transformation is that you're going through, they just said, please try to be patient with yourself, that they understand that there is a lot of wounds, a lot of frustration. It feels like somebody took a lot of your energy, and they want to make sure that you restore yourself before you move forward, but that you do have things to look forward to. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so the Hermit. So the Hermit's coming out, and then we have the Chariot, the Three of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. I'm going to take all four because this is super important. Right now, they just want you to rest and relax and take care of yourself. With the Chariot in reverse, they don't want you to take steps forward too quickly, to really relax into this and pay attention to how you're feeling. And then with the Three of Swords in reverse, this is you really taking the time to get over whatever that heartbreak was. If it was a third-party situation, it could have been an air sign. I'm picking up, yeah, I'm mostly hearing Libra, so it could have been a Libra that was in your life. And then we have the King of Pentacles. So this is restoring maybe some finances. Maybe you need to rebuild, and they want you to focus on that as well. But take this time out to do whatever it is that you feel necessary for you in order to move forward. Because the opportunities coming towards you, what you can't see, are going to be so worth it. But you need to be whole within. You need to get that rest. You need to relax. Try to work through whatever these issues were and restore that stability for yourself before you move forward. Okay, so let's get your oracle cards. Excuse me. And see what other advice we might have from Spirit. This is for Scorpio for mid-April. This is for Scorpio, mid-April. Okay. So we have Flexible, which was also in your other reading. Loyal Heart, same. And Time for a Nap. Oh my God. Guys, I can't make this stuff up. I literally cannot make this stuff up. I had shuffled cards in another reading earlier, and throughout from the same deck, And all 4 of the same cards came out. It's crazy. These were the exact cards that came out for you guys in the last reading that I had done. So it's be flexible. 9 endings, reduce it, it's a 10. There's new beginnings coming. They just want you to kind of be flexible through this time period while you're going through this transformation. The loyal heart, this is recognition that you have a loyal heart, and it reduces, 35 reduces to 8. So it's infinity. It's trust that what it is that you have to offer in a relationship is going to find you. These 2 owls are completely in love. They know that they can trust the other. You know what I mean? And you'll find that. And then time for a nap. Exactly what I've been saying between this reading and the last one that I actually didn't post. I deleted because I didn't feel like it was quite the message that you needed. But this is exactly what I was saying. 24 reduces to a 6, which is about finding your balance, right? And napping, relaxing, taking a bath, just really nurturing yourself. Going through a death and rebirth is super, super painful, especially if part of that is coming out of a difficult relationship where you didn't feel valued or loved or were being breadcrumbed, whatever the case may be. They really want you to focus on you. Okay, Scorpio, so it looks like we're moving forward. I'm really glad for that. And if you hadn't seen the other videos, you might want to go back and check those out just to see if this is resonating for you and you're moving forward. And thank you again so much for all of your likes, comments, and views last week. I'm just getting started again here, and all of your support means so much to me. I can't tell you. If you'd like a personal reading, the information is in the description box below. I hope you'll join us again next week. Please do like and subscribe. Love you guys lots, and have a great week. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Love you.